Hello, my name is Miss Bianca and welcome to Boys and Girls Club. We're so glad you decided to join us today for Character and Leadership. This program is designed to encourage club members to realize a variety of positive outcomes and strategies. Today's activity is called Positive Action. We want to ensure that you have a positive and impactful virtual club experience and ultimately achieve the important outcomes that lead you to a great future. When we're at the club, we want everyone to feel like they belong. It's no different here online. First off, make sure you have permission to participate in summer enrichment camp from your parent or guardian. Secondly, grab your club on-the-go bag. You may need some of the supplies found inside for an activity today. Lastly, have fun. Leave comments, take quizzes, or submit your work online. Below. Are you ready? I'm ready. Awesome. Let's get started. Positive actions. We're going to learn how to do positive actions. Do you know what they are? You know, actions are things that you do, good or bad. Positive actions are when you do or cause things to happen, good things to happen. Positive action philosophy. You feel good about yourself when you think and do positive actions. And there's always a positive way to do everything. So why do we do positive actions? Because we feel good when we do. We feel good about ourselves when we think and do positive actions. There's always a positive way to do everything. It's hard sometimes to remember to use positive actions. So our lesson will help remind us, and so will our new friend. Would you like to meet him? So our friend is Eric. This is Eric the elephant. One of the things an elephant does best is remember. Eric will help us remember to use our positive actions every day. So who remembers the positive action philosophy? We feel good about ourselves when we think and do positive actions. Feeling good about ourselves is something we all want. So it is our motivation for doing positive actions. When we get those positive feelings about ourselves, we are improving something called our self-concept. Self-concept, how you think and feel about yourself. Listen to this story about Sophie and her self-concept, and then you'll each have a chance to explore your own self-concept. Who is Sophie? Sophie Daniletto had red hair. She had the reddest hair anyone in her family had ever seen. Since red hair was pretty common among the Danilettos, that was saying something. Sophie's hair was curly. She kept it cut short and it fell in cute curls around her face. She didn't have to go to a hairdresser to get a perm like some girls did. Her hair curled all by itself. Sophie had the biggest, roundest, clear blue eyes. They flashed like sun on ice when she was mad and twinkled like summer stars when she was happy. Her mother always said you could tell exactly how Sophie felt by the look in her eyes. But Sophie was miserable. Sophie hated her hair. She hated her clear blue eyes. Some days she didn't know which she disliked more. Her hair and eyes constantly drew attention from others, and it wasn't always nice. She would have given anything for plain old mousy brown hair and eyes that didn't stand out so much. She just wanted to be like everyone else. One day, Sophie went to her mother. Mom, why can't I be like everybody else? The only things people notice about me are my hair and eyes. Why can't I just be regular? Her mother laughed, a gentle laugh. My darling Sophie, she said, don't you know your beautiful hair and your wonderful eyes are part of what makes you special? Sophie's eyes filled with tears. I don't want to be special. I just want to be me. Honey, everyone is special in some way, her mother said. What each of us has to do is learn to make our special qualities work for us. Be proud of who you are. Sophie thought, a long time about what her mother had said. Finally, she decided to make a list of all things she could think of about herself that she liked. On a big sheet of paper, she printed, "Who is Sophie?" Underneath, she put all the answers she could think of that were positive. A kind person. She printed, and below that, someone who sings pretty. By the time she finished, she had a whole page. Curly red hair and big blue eyes were at the bottom of the list. Now, she thought, just how do I make these work for me? It was time to put some of her special traits to work. She decided to join the boys in a game of basketball at recess. And when they saw how good she was, they stopped calling her names. At school, when she helped some first graders with their lunch trays, Mr. Beauty noticed her positive actions, not her hair or eyes. "Hey, Sophie," he said, "thanks for helping. Those kids were having a hard time." Before she knew it, Sophie's good thoughts were changing how she felt about everything. Instead of hating her hair and eyes, she was thinking about all her special qualities. And when the lady at the grocery store asked her where she got her big blue eyes and her curly red hair, Sophie grinned. "From my mom and dad," she answered brightly. "Thanks for noticing. I like them too." So, some discussion questions. Did Sophie have a good self-concept at the beginning of the story? So, do you think Sophie felt good at the beginning of the story? Her self-concept? Or was she having a pretty hard time? What positive actions did Sophie use to improve her self-concept? Did Sophie have a better self-concept at the end of the story? How can you tell? Now create your own self-concept list. An example for myself, I love reading. I'm a great reader. And writer. I can write pretty well. And communication, I love to speak. I love to talk. I'm a social butterfly. So our word of the week alert: positive action. To do or cause things to happen. Good things to happen. And self-concept, like Sophie. How you think and feel about yourself. Now, what did you learn? Why is this important to know? And what can you do with this new knowledge? Now, I hope you enjoyed learning about positive actions. Thank you for joining me, Miss Bianca. Remember to interact below by leaving comments, taking the quizzes, or sending us pictures of your work. Be sure to come follow us on Facebook. That's all for today. Until next time. Oh, I have a riddle for you guys. What belongs to you but is used by more than others? Tricky. What belongs to you but is used by more than others? Do I tell them? It's your name.